housing is a human right. So we need to make sure everyone understands housing is a human right. The county has the power to break down the barriers that keep immigrant communities in survival mode. By prioritizing wage protections and housing stability in this year's budget, LA County can demonstrate that it values the contributions of immigrant communities and is committed to their success. We're in the recovery rebuilding process after these devastating fires. Now, let us prevent wage theft in the rebuilding recovery process as well as labor trafficking. Studies by the Loyola Marymount University Law School has shown that there is a high prevalence of labor trafficking and wage theft during any recovery after a natural disaster. That happened in Katrina, that happened when the oil rigs exploded in Houston. So let us not have that here in LA County in the rebuilding process.
When I say immigrant, you say power, immigrant, power, immigrant, power, immigrant, power, immigrant, power. Woo!
We know that when families struggle to access housing, fair wages, and basic services, we destabilize the county. But when we take care of our immigrant families, we ensure a thriving future for us all.
Many of our families are struggling right now, whether it's the fires or whether it's the situation that we're facing with increased enforcement, and here we are, we're fighting. And I think it's really important that we recognize this. So we have a lot of our community that is hurting. A lot of our immigrant community does not feel safe in seeking aid, especially from the federal government. So the county has to step in. We have to demonstrate that our immigrant community will not be excluded from the circle of care. The solutions we're advocating for today aren't just about addressing these issues. They're about investing in the resilience and prosperity of an entire community. When immigrants thrive, LA County thrives. You will hear powerful stories from individuals and organizations. In this current political climate, with actions against birthright citizenship, closing down our border, increasing enforcement, these challenges have been exacerbated. But our resolve to advocate for our well-being and inclusion remains steadfast. That is why we are here today, to demand a county budget that meets the needs of immigrant residents and builds a stronger future for all of us. LA County has the responsibility and the opportunity to lead by example, showing the nation what equity and inclusion truly means in action. While we're aware of the political actions around all that is anti-immigrant, birthright citizenship, and the closing of our borders, our focus today is on securing long-term solutions and uplifting immigrant communities. As you will hear from our speakers today, immigrant families face unique challenges, barriers to accessing county services made worse by language gaps and bureaucratic inefficiency.
The immigrant community is a visionary community, and we have solutions that the county should take heed of and implement immediately. Our communities are facing so much right now. We're playing defense. It feels like we're playing defense in a lot of our work. But our coalition believes that we have to continue to advocate for the basic investments that this coalition is asking for. We cannot just play defense. We also have to move forward and advocate for what we deserve today and in the future. So today, the County Board of Supervisors is discussing their budget, that they should remember that the budget are moral documents that outline what our values are. And we believe that the County of LA should stand up for immigrants and invest in them directly with resources. So we know that the Trump administration will not stop LA County from dreaming up what we deserve, right? Trump is not going to stop us. We gotta keep fighting. We gotta keep advocating. And so the speakers today are going to bring life to these priorities. They're going to share their experiences. And so I want to thank everybody here for standing with us together. We will continue to stand together, and let's keep pushing our board offices to do the right thing.
You know, one of the things that the misconception is that immigrants don't pay taxes, and that's a lie. We pay taxes every time we buy something. We pay taxes every time we work. And many of us, as many folks know, once our immigrants retire, they don't get that money if they're undocumented. They don't get, Social Security. especially folks that get deported, are not able to get those funds, and those funds stay in the government funds. So we're asking to continue these types of programs to not only support our families to be productive and be able to sustain themselves, but also to be able to have a better transition for our immigrant youth here.